by Right Path staff, management, or ownership of this station. It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Jason Bible.
Hot mic.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Theme of today's show, you are losing millions. Before we get to that, I've got some administrative updates here on the show, some housekeeping. We've got an event we do Tuesday nights, and it's about making good decisions with your money. We talk about how to fix your credit. We talk about tax issues, talk about all this stuff as it relates to running your household and your business. It's Tuesday nights. Starts at 7 o'clock. Come on by the office here, 11451 Katy Freeway. Also, if you want to check us out, you want to go to one of our workshops. We do a 1-hour free workshop. It's an hour and a half. Say it's an hour. It's an hour and a half. That starts at 7 o'clock. We do that on Thursday nights. 11451 Katy Freeway. Same location. 7 p.m. Come on by. And it's usually a pretty small group, 20, 30 people at a time. And we'll introduce you to running real estate like a business. We'll introduce you to why the retirement plan you're on now does not work. It doesn't work. So those are the two housekeeping items we have coming up. Third thing that we've got in the works, I mentioned this on Wednesday, and we've got a ton of responses, but I want to give everybody an opportunity to send us an email. And that is, if you've spent 20 grand or more on real estate education and haven't gotten anything out of it, send us an email, support at Right Path Real Estate. We do this a couple of times a year where we put together a small group, 6, 7, 8 people, and then Tom and I ask each individual, essentially go around the room. We call it the hot seat. That's really what it is. We put you in the hot seat. We let you explain to us what you think your challenges are in your business, in your investing career. Then we ask you what you've done in the past, where you're trying to get to. And then we spend a good 20, 30 minutes with one person just fixing that. If you want to be a part of that, and again, we're looking for people who've spent at least 20 grand on real estate education and are not getting the results they want. If you want to be a part of that group, send an email to support at Right Path Real Estate. Again, that's support at Right Path Real Estate. We're going to go through and we're going to look at the folks that essentially apply for this evening, and we're going to reach out to you, and then we're going to get 5 or 6 of y'all together, and we're going to find a night that works best for everybody. But I want to get my arms around the folks that are coming in, and then we'll pick a time in which all of us can be there. So again, this is for people who've spent at least 20 grand in real estate education, haven't gotten to their goals, and they really want help. If you're one of these folks that, I just need the perfect yellow letter, or, I just need to know where the, quote, secret honey hole of deals is, this is not for you. I'll tell you that right now, you're not coachable. If that's the kind of person you are, this isn't going to work. We are practical real estate investors. There's no secret out there. But I will tell you this, there are problems in people's businesses that they need to address. And we want to be able to help those who are coachable people who can take instruction, follow instruction, and implement those things in their business to get the success that they need. So again, if you want to be a part of that group, you spend at least 20 grand on real estate education, you're not getting where you need to go, send an email, support at Right Path Real Estate. If you're somebody who's interested in taxes and fixing your credit and finance and all that stuff as it relates to real estate or any other business you're in, we have an event Tuesday night. Again, That's at 11451 Katy Freeway. And then if you're a brand new real estate investor, I don't even know if I like real estate. How do you spell real estate? I mean, like that new. Our Thursday night event is the place to be. It's Thursday night, starts at 7, 11451 Katy Freeway. Just go to rightpathrealestate.com. You can sign up for our next event there. All right, let's get into the show. Let me give you guys a little update on what's happened the last couple of days. Our base camp group is our coaching group, and it's the group that where we sit down and we go through everybody's business, and then we, essentially have a hot seat session every Thursday night. Well, this Thursday, we switched it up a little bit. We went out to one of the houses that we are rehabbing. It was a house that was impacted by Hurricane Harvey. It flooded, 2-3 feet in the house, and it's essentially down to the studs on the first floor. There's not a single thing left in that house. I'm going to share with you a portion of this story. These folks had bought this house 3 years ago. Didn't have flood insurance. House flooded about a month before, or a couple months before the storm. The house was listed on MLS with a real estate agent. Unfortunately, that agent was unable to sell the house. Now, truth be told, I think the agent did a disservice to the seller in that the agent thought it was worth much more than it would have sold for. Reality is, if they had priced it at the market price, they would have sold that house before the storm. I mean, you want to talk about a heartbreaking story, about a possible fiduciary issue there. It was like, man, this thing probably should have been listed lower, but that's okay. I know that listing agents run a fine line here, where a listing agent says, yeah, this is what the comps say, but I think this is really what it's worth. Let's go ahead and put it on the market for X. However, there's also that fiduciary duty they've got to the seller, where you have a conversation with the seller and say, hey, seller, I don't think it's going to sell for this much. And the seller says, well, I still want to list it at 10% more than market price. And the listing agent's like, well, I mean, you are the client, right? So I get it. Real estate agents have a really tough job. They absolutely do. On the listing side, representing sellers, and on the buying side, representing buyers. It's not an easy job. People get into that business thinking it's easy. I'll tell you right now, it ain't easy, especially dealing with the emotions. Real estate agents, I think real estate agents next to pediatricians, the amount of emotion that they deal with, because this is their home. I don't want people to tell me my home isn't worth it. That sort of thing. There's a lot of emotion wrapped up in their home, just like pediatricians deal with the health of children and have to navigate that emotional landscape with parents. It's a tough, tough job whenever there's that much emotion involved. So this is one of those scenarios where if the seller, I don't know if it was a seller or agent, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If there were some more realistic sales expectations, they could have sold that house before Hurricane Harvey hit. That's the amazing thing. One of the things people got to understand is that there is a time value of money, right? I invest some dollars in, I get some dollars back over a period of time. There's also something called, and I'm going to say it this way, it's going to sound kind of goofy. There's temporal risk. What does that mean? There's time-bound risk, meaning the longer I do something, the greater risk of something adverse happening to me, all other things being equal. For example, the longer you live in a neighborhood, the more risk there is that there could be a downturn when you sell a house, as opposed to selling the house today, which could be a great market for you to sell your house. Retirement. Those of you who tried to retire, I know a lot of y'all listen to the show. Those of you who wanted to retire between about 2007 and 2009, let me guess, you weren't able to do that, were you? Your 401k up to 2007 could have been crushing it. And then between 07 and 09, you lost 50% of your value. That happened to the vast majority of Americans that were investing in the capital markets. Even having all the best and brightest fund managers and all that other stuff, they still lost 50%. Heck, some people lost everything. I mean, and that's a time-bounded risk. When you are, hey, I've got to retire. Tom was chatting with somebody the other day, and he told me about it. Hey, I'm invested in all of these equities, and I got to retire in the next 5 years. And the whole time, when Tom told me that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. That guy is, if you're 5 years from retirement, we're literally rounding third base about halfway to home. I mean, you need to bring this bad boy in for a real soft landing, because if anything takes a haircut in the next 5 years, you guys realize if you got $100,000 portfolio, which if you're retiring, you got to have let's call it $1 million. You got $1 million portfolio. If you take a 50% haircut, market falls over the span of 8, 10, 12 months. You're down to $500,000. That's the net asset values, $500,000. You realize you need to get 100% return to get back to even.
1 minute.
So you lost $500,000. You need 100% return to get back to $1 million. All the Bitcoin investors, the guys they call Bit Bros, all the Bit Bros are learning this little math lesson right now. Bitcoin drops by 50% in less than 30 days. They now need 100% return to get back to even. Here's the other problem. The people who invest in Bitcoin, at least the folks I've seen on Facebook, don't know how to put in a stop loss. They don't know how to put in a stop loss, and they don't know how to hedge using the futures market, but that's a whole different discussion. We get back from the break. I want to talk about how to lose millions in real estate. This is Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services.
Rhett, great question. I'll answer that on the show.
To a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Richard, I will tell you, it is an application. I know you guys came, but
investment property, then call Fast Track Remodeling at
that thing works really well when it's the right people. You can only imagine.
Or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling.
Hey, thanks, Michael. We had a good time too, and we're totally gonna, like I said, we're doing that every month. It's going to be awesome.
No more managing it yourself.
And
No
we're
more
probably
doing
going
the
to
work
drag
yourself.
Fast Track out
Fast
there for
Track
one of
Remodeling
these.
really does manage it
So
all.
if
give us a
they've
call
got the
today
time.
at 832-742-9992.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners.
Hey, could you guys do me a big favor?
Helping you, the real estate investor.
We're still kind of a
Check us
word of
out
mouth
today
company.
at AndersonAdvisors.com.
Y'all do me a favor
Don't forget to
and
tell us about us at Right Path Real Estate.
go to our Facebook page. If you haven't written a review for any of our stuff, can you do that for me? Like, hey, I went to their weekend retreat, it's great, and that sort of thing. And if it wasn't great, I mean, you can put that it wasn't great, it's fine. But I appreciate if we can get a review or two. That'd be fantastic.
From the investor's point of view, providing affordable, fast, quality inspections with information pertinent to investors while not clouding the report with unnecessary details. Principal Inspections will save you time and money. Call Principal Inspections 832-684-5516 or online at principalinspections.com. License number 21264.
This is Business 1110.
Awesome.
I like this song. All right, Jay. Hot mic.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Last night we had a great event. It's for our base camp folks. We went out to one of our houses that's flooded, and we're doing a rehab on. And we played, as Michael put it on the Facebook feed here, we played Guess the Rehab. Everyone walked around, took notes. This is how much downstairs it was per square foot. This is how much it was upstairs. Some folks opened up their HAR app, Houston Association of Realtors, and the Right Path app. Opened up the Right Path app to do the estimation of what the rehab would be. Then they opened up their HAR app to see what the value of the house is, how much they should offer. Tom walked them through how we bought that house, what we did for marketing, what the conversation with the seller and the real estate agent sounded like. We went through the entire process of what the rehab looks like. This is a $475,000 house. This is a nice house. It was a nice house before the storm. What type of things we're going to do in the construction that are going to get us the most amount of value. We brought an engineer in and an architect to redo some of the space. I mean, we essentially showed the deal soup to nuts. What's it look like? All going through the whole thing. And we're going to do this every month with our base camp folks. We're going to go out and look at one of our properties and one of our students' properties. It's pretty nice since we're on the west side of town, and most of our properties are right around here, so we can just zip out and take a look at it. This is a flip. We're going to do a couple of rentals. So this is just part of the base camp experience, guys. So we're getting a lot of really positive feedback out of it, and just getting the practical nuts and bolts of how this business works, along with the high level, this is how you do sales and marketing, and this is what we see coming down the pike and as it relates to real estate. Got a question from Rhett, who said, hey, JB, are you guys doing a delayed flip on the property you looked at last night? No, we're gonna fix it up, and then we're going to put it back on the market. We're going to immediately turn around and put that back on the market. Here is what we're seeing, folks. Just to give you a little market update before I get into the theme of the show today, which is you are losing millions in real estate. And that is, we're seeing some neighborhoods. That there is not a negative impact on the value post Hurricane Harvey. We're just not seeing that impact yet. Now, could be a couple of things. Could be, quite honestly, there's not a lot of inventory in these neighborhoods. They were flooded. People wanted to move there before the flood. People still want to move there. But because of the storm, a lot of the inventory has been taken off the market. And for one principal reason, the houses are not rehabbed and back on the market yet. Some of that has to do with insurance payouts. Some of it has to do with the fact that these people don't have insurance and they can't put it on the market. We do know there are going to be a significant number of foreclosures that happen in these neighborhoods. That will negatively impact value. However, if real estate investors are doing their job, it won't happen long. I want to say this. Don't get me wrong. The homeowners in Houston that were impacted by the storm are going to help rebuild. They are. But who really rebuilds these neighborhoods are investors. It's guys like us. We're the ones that are going to rebuild this city, period. End of discussion. And here's why. Most homeowners will not rebuild. They'll sell those properties as is, or the bank is going to take them back. 80 to 90% of those who are impacted by the storm do not have insurance. And we know that most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So unless that house is paid off or it's got a really low mortgage balance and they know what they're doing rehab-wise, a bank is more than likely not going to lend to them to do, let's say, a home equity line of credit to fix their house. The reality is real estate investors are going to have to step in and bring this city back. That's who's going to do it. That's who did it in the last housing crash. That's who's going to do it in the next one. Homeowners don't have the skill sets to turn the neighborhoods around. They don't have the resources to do it. They can do their own house, but they're not doing the whole neighborhood. Good on the people that volunteered their time to help do the demolition for these impacted houses. We had church groups. We had people flying in from all over the country. Helped folks get all the stuff out of the house to save the structure. Help people move. And that's great. But guess what? The heavy lifting starts now, Houston. Heavy lifting starts now. And what's that heavy lifting? It's taking all these houses, doing the hard work with the construction, and getting them back on the market. Now it's a huge opportunity with a lot of risk, but it's a great opportunity. But it's the only way Houston gets back on their feet. It's the only way. I mean, think about it this way. Everybody talks about how the last bailout would have collapsed the financial industry. Oh, it would have been this huge collapse. It's nonsense. It would be the equivalent of the city of Houston or Harris County going in and buying all the flood houses and then expecting them to turn the real estate market around. They can't do it. They don't have the skill set. Anytime government gets involved, all they manage to do is completely screw it up. So it's up to us as investors to bring these neighborhoods back. All right, let's talk about how to lose millions in real estate. We talked about this last night during the base camp meeting. By the way, whenever we do anything for our base camp group, we also simultaneously live stream it. So Andy last night was helping us out on Zoom. We were doing a live stream to all of the folks that were outside the city of Houston. We got students all over the country now. So we were doing a live stream. We were doing a live Q&A as well. I mean, we were walking around the house with an extra cellular device with us and a phone and just putting it in front of Tom or I so they could see and do the rehab walkthrough just like any of our other students. It was fantastic. So one of the things we talked about is something I've been working on for it's really been the last couple of weeks. And that is, you are missing one of the best wealth building opportunities, at least in the next 10 years. I don't know if it's going to be in our lifetime. I can't predict the future, but I can tell you this is one of the best wealth building opportunities right now. There are a litany of neighborhoods in Houston, and I'll tell you right now, if your real estate coach can't tell you where those neighborhoods are, you probably don't know what they're doing. This is the benefit of having somebody that teaches real estate education that actually does real estate. But here's what I'll tell you. Houston, on average, is appreciating about 7% per year. In fact, let me do this. Let me pull up, I got my computer open. Let me pull up the HAR report right now, And I can tell you what it's been in the last 12 months to date. Let's take a look here.
Caller.
The single family, we'll get to that caller on the other side of the break. The single family average sales price is up 2.9%. The median single family sales price is up 3.8%. That is market wide. What does that mean? That means houses near the median home price, which is about $229,000, have appreciated 4% per year. Here's what I can tell you. The houses at a certain price point, especially the ones we're investing in, are appreciating at about 5% a year. Let's take a $160,000 house. I'm going to throw a lot of math at you, but I'm going to do it in such a way that gets to a point. We're not going to have to do. I'm not going to torture you with addition, subtraction, all that other stuff. If you have a house that's appreciating at 5% a year, meaning it's a $160,000 house, that house is gaining $8,000 a year in equity. I'm going to say this again. If that house appreciates 5% a year, which is what we're seeing in certain submarkets, you bought that house for $160,000, 12 months from now it's worth $168,000. It's appreciating $8,000 a year. 5% appreciation. Which means that if you were to look at this on a monthly basis, that's $667 a month of appreciation. I want to make sure everybody gets this, because a 5% appreciation is a low number. We were looking at some neighborhoods at the weekend retreat that were almost 15% a year for the last 5 years.
1 minute.
At a 5% per year appreciation on a $160,000 house, it's appreciating $667 a month. Meaning, for every month you don't buy a house, you're losing $670 in appreciation. If the house cash flows $330 a month, you're losing $1,000 a month. We get back from the break, we're going to take a caller, and I'm going to talk about how you're losing millions in real estate. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
I love it.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication?
We got what,
on your home purchase?
3 minutes, 4
You've
minutes?
Come to the right
4
place.
minutes.
I'm Jennifer Hernandez,
All right.
Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah.
We'll bring David in right off the break.
For your investment
Okay,
property?
sounds good. One
Then
minute.
call
Okay.
Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish
sweet,
with
Michael.
a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right.
I love it.
Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. We've got David from Baytown on the line. He put his fear of calling behind him. What can we do for you, David?
Hey, Jason, how you doing this morning, man?
Doing good.
Hey, I have a question about like some of these flooded houses. I've been seeing 2 different things happen. I've been seeing some people, tearing the brick off and I guess redoing the felt paper and stuff like that. And I also been seeing people just tear the whole house down and rebuild it. What are you seeing?
Like you, I'm seeing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if you're going to tear all the brick off and then redo almost everything, just tear the whole house down and just start over. I mean, I don't understand how some people coming up with these concepts.
I mean, you could, but the problem is that the foundation and that sub-slab plumbing are really, really expensive. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to just tear it down and start all over unless the house is kind of a big piece of junk to begin with. Or you're in an area that financially it makes sense. So what they're doing is they're pulling the brick off to get to that moisture barrier that's between the brick facade and the 2x4s. And it's really, it's not necessary to do that. It's kind of like, I mean, you're a real estate investor, right?
Right.
So you've probably been to real estate networking events, and you always run into this guy at the real estate networking event. And this is one of those guys, brand new real estate investor, that says, I'm flipping a house, and I'll strip that house down to the studs. And I'm like, why do you don't need to do that, right? It's not necessary to strip we've only had to strip one house down to the studs, and that's because it flooded to the roof. It's not necessary. So there are a lot of people that do things to their personal houses and in their real estate investment business that don't make financial sense. And I'll give you one of those examples, windows. I don't know why people replace windows. But so why do they do that? I have no idea. You can get to that moisture barrier by pulling it out from the inside, and Fast Track, if you listen to the show they did yesterday, and I know the show they've done 2 weeks ago. They've talked about how you can take that moisture barrier out, pull off the brick ties, and put that moisture barrier back in. So these guys that are stripping them down to the studs and then taking the brick facade off are doing a lot of unnecessary work.
Yeah, spending a lot of unnecessary money.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's, I mean, that's if you're experienced real estate investors, I even see experienced real estate investors doing stuff that I'd never do in a million years I think they just like spending money. Maybe they don't make money, but they do like spending money, which I never really understood. Spending money unnecessarily, because you're not going to get any more value for that house if you took the brick off and put the moisture barrier on versus not taking the brick off and just sliding the moisture barrier in between 2x4 and the brick. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it at all.
And then, I hear, I know you joke about this, but what area to buy in. I'm thinking, man, buy in any area that you are comfortable with, because, man, there's tons of houses. I mean, they're out there. I mean, just go buy them. Don't be scared. Pull the trigger. I promise you. In 2 years, you'll say, I'm getting this mailbox money. And a lot of people don't know about mailbox money. That's the money that comes in that you don't have to do nothing, just walk to the mailbox.
That's
so
right.
Please go buy houses. Come to Baytown. We would love to have you.
We got some guys down in Baytown that are buying, and you're absolutely right. I mean, it's the house. I'll tell you where it's at. All the action right now, if you want future wealth growth, is below $200,000 because that house is a dinosaur. If they're in a good neighborhood, Baytown's got a ton of great neighborhoods. Buying those houses and watch them appreciate. It's been just mind-boggling. So, you got anything else for us, David?
Just tell people to come on down this way. We got plants. These plants are building. They need people, so that means that housing. They're going to need housing, and that's all I can tell you, man. Just keep buying up and keep doing a good job you and your partner did.
I appreciate it, David. Thanks for the call.
Bye-bye.
I'll tell you, David's spot on. When the oil market collapsed here, everyone started freaking out. Oh, my gosh, the world's going to end. And David's right. East side of town's all petrochem. What's their cost of input? It's oil. So as the west side of town struggled with a loss in the value of oil, the east side of town it was awesome down there because they were a lot more profitable with the lower price input on their product. And they've gone, if you see the east side of town, it has exploded. Well, financially, we don't want any explosions from the east side of town. But the east side of town has they're going like gangbusters out there. And Baytown has had a massive amount of appreciation. So thanks for the call, David. And yeah, absolutely. Start buying those houses, guys, because I'll tell you, you are missing out. Let's go back to where you are missing millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. I see so many people that are sitting here waiting for the perfect deal. Oh, Jason, I'm going to be $20,000 out of pocket on this deal. And then they major in the minor things, and they're focused on, I'm $20,000 out of pocket on this deal. And that $160,000 house they're buying, they're missing the fact that it's appreciating 5% a year, and that's a conservative number. We have neighborhoods in Houston that are appreciating 10, 15, 20% a year. 5% appreciation on $160,000 is $8,000 a year that you have to do nothing for other than fog a mirror. You make $8,000 doing nothing but holding on to the asset. One of the guys in our group last night who's up in Dallas, when I was explaining this concept to our group at the house we were walking, he said, hey, Jason, is that a strategy in other markets? And he's in DFW. No, Eric and I are up here in DFW. Does that work up here? I said, you know what? It works even better up in DFW. And he said, why is that? I said, because I think our average in Houston is about 7% a year in appreciation. In Dallas, it's 12%. In fact, y'all's market's even crazier than ours for appreciation. And he said, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. I said, why is that? He said, I bought a house last year, bought it sub 2, $10,000 out of pocket. He said, when I bought it, the ARV was $150, meaning it was worth $150,000. And I said, well, did you and Erica pull the comps and see what it's worth now? He said, yeah, it's almost $200,000. $50,000 in equity in a year. And we've got people out there that are so tight with their money, they're not even doing those deals. What if you paid retail for that house? No discount, no nothing. It was a beautiful, pristine, perfect house. Homeowner selling the house, they're moving to another neighborhood. You put 20% down on that $150,000 house. You're probably about $30,000 out of pocket. That house in just appreciation made you $50,000. 50 grand. That's the median income for a household in the United States. And all you had to do was buy one house. Let's say you got $300,000 sitting in your checking account or in an investment account. And you did that 10 times. Your net worth grew by $500,000. You put $300,000 in, and you're getting $800 back. That's how I know these guys that are investing in nonsense like Bitcoin are either broke and don't know what they're doing, or they're really bad at math. I haven't figured out which one. In fact, I imagine it's a combination of the two. They're really not that successful. If you had $600,000 and bought 10 $150,000 houses, putting 10% down, or I'm sorry, 20% down, you're all in for 30 grand. Your net worth would have gone from $600,000 to what? $1 million? If we bought 20 of these things and made $50,000 a piece, you take 600 and turn it into 1.6 million, plus the cash flow, plus the depreciation. And folks, look, I want everybody back up for a second here. That was in year one. When he was explaining this deal to me that they did last year, what do you think that house is going to be worth in year 2?
2 minutes.
It's not going to be less than $200,000. Is it $225,000? Is it $250,000? Let's say it caps out at $300,000. You paid 100% market price for this thing. You paid $150,000. And in 5 years, it's worth $300,000. But you only have $30,000 in it. That's a net gain of what? 120 grand. That is unreal. That is absolutely unreal. Plus the cash flow, plus the depreciation, plus all that other stuff that makes you money in rental properties.
1 minute.
You are losing millions and millions and millions of dollars sitting on the fence. Millions of dollars. $160,000 house that you rent out that appreciates 5% a year. That cash flows $350 a month. For every month you're not doing that, for every month you're not buying that house, you're losing $1,000 a month. I hope that stings. I hope you realize how incredibly, just the incredible opportunity you're missing. It's $1,000 a month. When we get back from the break, we'll talk more about how to lose millions of dollars. This is Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009.
Hey, David.
and has completed over 1,400 evaluations.
Here's how you learn which neighborhoods to go buy in. Send an email to support at Right Path Real Estate. Sign up for the weekend retreat in February. Drive here from San Antonio. We talk about this stuff at the weekend retreat. I start pulling comps up. Start looking at neighborhoods.
Remember to check.
We can go and look at stuff in San Antonio if you want. I've got access to San Antonio's MLS. I can't remember, Saria or something like that.
3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one
Sabre,
of the best
that's right,
investments
yeah.
you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group
I'm picking up a real nasty habit, guys. I just have this feeling that I'm going to have a storage unit full of mid-century modern furniture. Like, I'm going to look at some stuff today. I've been thinking about sending an email out to anybody who buys a home that was furnished in the 50s and just say, I'll take it, just give me a call, I'll come out and clean it out for you. Some cool stuff. I was researching furniture and refinishing last night.
Principal Inspections will give you turnkey inspections that are high quality, affordable, and focused on information pertinent to investors while not clouding the report with unnecessary details. Founder Jeremy Humphrey comes from a family of real estate investors. He started Principal Inspections for investors because as an investor himself, he experienced the need for fast quality inspections with information directly pertaining to property condition and potential resale value. Principal Inspections will save you time and money. Call Principal Inspections, 832-684-5516. That's 832-684-5516. Or go online to principalinspections.com. That's principalinspections.com. License number 2.
The other reason I've been thinking about doing this furniture stuff. Oh, get back from break and talk about it. I like it.
All right, Jay. Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. 5% appreciation on a $160,000 house, plus the cash flow from rent is $1,000 a month. If you walk into these houses, let's back up a second. You don't have to buy these things at a discount. You just have to know which neighborhoods to buy in. That's the most important piece. All these real estate gurus on the radio, on Facebook, on, their little free nights, they all talk about looking for, quote, motivated sellers. And that is about the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard. It is so incredibly ignorant, it's not even funny. This is when I started hearing this stuff, and I used to fall for it. I'm like, oh, we got to find out, somebody's really motivated to sell their house. No, you don't. All you need to do is find the neighborhood that you want to buy in. That's all you have to do. This is not that hard. How many of you guys out there have bought real estate education before, and when you sign up for their coaching program or their mentoring program or whatever nonsense they call it, they hand you this 3-ring binder that's like 6 inches thick, and they tell you, all right, here's your business. Good luck. In fact, some of these binders are so thick, they give you a backpack to carry the binder in. You know what our business operates on? Our business operates on 4 sheets of paper, and one of them is front and back. This business is not that hard. It's not. Now, what you think you can do and what you can do is actually the hard part. What's between your ears is the real challenge.
2 minutes.
But I'll tell you right now, guys, every minute, every hour, every day, every month, you're not buying real estate, you're losing millions. Period. Well, I can literally go pull up a neighborhood in Houston. I could show you how to make money in that submarket. You could do it in your own neighborhood. I mean, literally, this is not that hard. You don't have to fly to another state. You don't have to go to another city. You don't have to come down here to Houston because there's all these flooded houses, although there's opportunity here. There's opportunity more than likely in your backyard. Quite literally, the neighbor that you share your backyard fence with might be a good house for you to invest in. It's not that hard, guys. Our events are on the webpage, support at Right Path Real Estate, is our email. If you go to rightpathrealestate.com, you can sign up there. If you have spent at least 20 grand on real estate education, not getting what you want, send us an email, support at Right Path Real Estate. We will get you guys in a room together, 5 or 6 y'all at a time, and get your business fixed, get you set on the right path. Today, I'm doing a special Facebook Live at noon where I'm going to talk about part 2 of why ARV is dead. You're going to want to see that. Just go to our Facebook page, Right Path Real Estate.
30 seconds.
Thanks for listening, guys. I'll be here Monday, probably just as fired up as I am now. So we will see y'all Monday. Thanks for listening. Can't wait to see you at one of our events.
All right, Mr. Bible, have a good one.
All right, you too. Thanks.
You've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Find Jason and Tom at rightpathrealestate.com.